and done, that, he gets out of that negative spotlight in New York, and like you say, he'll be with his friends, and, it's probably likely to happen that he might actually get the ring. And I mean, at that point, you have the last piece that would be great to go out on. I mean, you win a championship and retire.
I mean, isn't that like the dream? Like
Peyton Manning,
Ray Lewis,
Ray Lewis, John Elway.
Yeah, I mean, like it depends on the sport, because I guess Floyd Mayweather retired as the champ.
Yep.
And then unretired.
Yeah, and that happens too. I mean,
we'll talk about this fight. It's coming. It's coming fast, and we're going to talk about it, but not tonight.
No. Yeah. Wait for that.
Yeah. So I'm just mystified with this whole Carmelo Anthony thing. I don't know if he truly wants to win a championship, and that's his motive to wanting to go to either Houston or Cleveland, or if he's, like I said, just doing it to be with his two best friends.
Yeah, like you say, aim somewhere in the middle, 50-50.
Yeah.
A little bit of both, maybe.
Yeah. Because, I mean, all signs really are pointing to the year, not next year, the year after, Chris Paul and LeBron joining up in Los Angeles with the Lakers. So then does he just ride it out for one more year and then be a Laker? I'm just so...
You see, you might...
like I said, mystified is the best word I've got.
Seeing Carmelo in the purple and gold?
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, he wants that lifestyle, so why not? You had it in New York, why not take it to the number 2 market?
Yeah, east to west. And I mean, like I've said, here's a guy who, at this point in his career, really doesn't have anything to lose on his part. But I guess, what I take from all of this as a whole is that, I think this could really set up to be hopefully another great, like we were saying, like sports moment, where you have a guy that can get that last piece, get a ring, and go out on top, be like not in the same intensity, but be like a Derek Jeter, be like a Peyton Manning.
Yeah, and I'm a Melo fan, so like I want to see him do well, even if it's not with the Knicks. I mean, I don't want to see him do better than the Knicks, but I want to see him do well.
And that's what gets tricky, because, personally, I remember, I've been a Knicks fan, too, for a while. I've also been, a fan of Houston. It was kind of like when I first started watching basketball, I was a Houston Rockets fan. Clyde Drexler, Clyde Drexler.
Clyde the Glide.
Especially. Charles Barkley later on, even Scottie Pippen for that brief time. But always had a love for the Knicks. Yao Ming. Always had a respect for the Knicks. And that's the thing. You get accustomed to seeing these guys play for your team so many years, and you can go out and you buy your shirt and your hat or whatever, and kind of once they're gone, it's like probably a little bit of sour grapes for a while.
Especially if it's because they left the team, but if it's let's say I had a Jason Witten jersey.
Yeah.
If he went to a different team, I'd be mad.
Yeah.
I would be mad. But when he retires, I'm not going to be disappointed.
Right.
Because, he showed his true colors, that he is a Cowboy for life.
Yep.
And that he has the same vested interest in my favorite team that I do.
And it's the same, even here, because back in 2008, everybody that was a Bills fan, including here, went out and bought the Marshawn Lynch jersey.
Oh, we all knew Marshawn Lynch wasn't going to stay.
Well, we know, right. But to be, here's the team, drafted by your favorite team, and goes on to win the Super Bowl. And, it's always, they say, like that first, rookie jersey, rookie years always held, I would even think today's standards pretty valuable. So hopefully, like you say, you have a jersey that you set aside, and it's worth quite a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Literally, the month after I got a Keyshawn Johnson jersey, he was no longer a Cowboy.
I remember that. Yeah, but
just a month after.
I think you remember because you used to you wore that one right out too, right? Wasn't that?
Oh yeah, it was cheap.
The blue away.
Yeah,
the away jersey.
It was white with the blue numbers.
Okay, so you had a home jersey.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the Cowboys always kind of throw you. It feels like when they want to be home, they're going to be white, their traditional white jersey. But there's times they're on the road, they're white, and you're always looking for the navy blue. But
yeah, so
I always feel like it had just kind of like one jersey. But
really quickly, going back to Carmelo Anthony, our friends at Not a Clue podcast commented and said he can always be like players like Tracy McGrady, not get a ring playing, but get a harder ring with the Hall of Fame. And he will. Yeah. Carmelo Anthony will be a Hall of Fame. Great comment, by the way, Not a Clue podcast. Excellent. If you haven't listened to them, they're really good friends of the show.
Check them out.
Yeah, definitely check them out. Couple of good guys. Definitely know what they're talking about. Like I said, I can't say any more than I have friends, literally friends of the show. All right, so going back to Carmelo Anthony, have you ever heard of this guy named Bert Steele?
Never.
Never? Well, according to Twitter, Bert Steele is, give me 1 second, retired NFL executive with over 3 decades of experience, former ESPN Inside contributor, and sporting news analyst.
Okay. Well,
I've looked him up, and I couldn't find anything about him.
Yeah.
What is perplexing me is the fact that he's a quote-unquote ESPN insider, NFL executive, sporting news analyst. When I first saw what he had tweeted, he only had 120-some followers. Now he's at 929. So here is what it was that he had tweeted, and we are calling him out. And if you are listening, which I know you are not, Bert Steele, please, please, please.
You never know.
Tweet at us at Dan Tony. He said on July 23rd, inside sources have told me that Melo will 100% be a Rocket by 5:45 Tuesday evening. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Bert, it is past 5:45 p.m.
We're at about, 8:23 right now?
Yes.
Eastern time.
Yes, and where the hell is Carmelo Anthony?
Yeah, Dan, it's funny. I'm looking it up right here as of now, and it's trending news stories are telling me, it's the latest is, a day ago, 10 hours ago. And all it's really showing here is that, the Thunder have shown interest, the Blazers are showing interest. Nothing really about, Carmelo saying anything about being a part of the team.
No. Breaking news, by the way. Oakland Athletics' Chris Davis hit a home run. They're only down 4-1 right now. Back to Carmelo Anthony.
Back.
So,
just like that.
Bert, come on, man. First of all, reveal your source. Who is your source? Because if they legitimately told you that and you legitimately have a source, you have a big problem.
Yeah, I mean, literally, I scrolled up and I can't,
Number 2.
I'm not seeing anything ESPN-wise or anything.
Unless they just aren't announcing the deal yet, which I don't think is the situation, because you know that Woj would be all over this deal and would be talking about it right now, would have been talking about it 3 hours ago.
We would have seen it before we went on the air tonight.
Yeah, of course.
We're always flipping through, looking at the scores of the games, and not one shred of evidence has come out about it.
Yeah, no, of course not, because it's not true. That's why. It's not true. Bert Steele doesn't... I don't know where he gets his information from, but it's clearly wrong. And if it's just that they haven't announced it yet, I will eat crow, as the saying goes.
You don't have to, though.
No, because it's not happening.
Not from the time we were told, and I don't know. Can I request a Bills Super Bowl win and I'll make it come true?
Yeah. Here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna make all these ridiculous claims. You're hearing it here first.
Yeah.
All right, and no one else has broken this story yet. But I am telling you, for 100%, 100% accuracy that Carmelo Anthony will be the president of the United States in 2020. Carmelo Anthony, president of the country. You're hearing it here first. Sources have told me. Sources have told me that Carmelo Anthony will be the next president. You heard it here first, guys. All right. See, we can make ridiculous claims, too.
Yeah, I mean, well, who's a good VP candidate? That's the next story.
Oh, LeBron James.
Okay, yeah. All right. We'll go with yeah. And,
Anthony James for president.
And then we're calling it too that it comes true that they're playing ball together next season.
Oh, don't forget, once Kyrie Irving becomes a Knick, they're going to win 3 straight NBA Finals.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Best record in the league.
And you know what? They might also win the World Series.
Yeah.
Right now, give me
Kristaps Porzingis.
Give me the New York Knicks over the Cincinnati Reds for the 2017 World Series. New York Knicks over Cincinnati Reds. Calling it now.
Kristaps Porzingis wins the Triple Crown in the league.
Yeah, the Triple Crown, the horse race. He's going to win the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, and the Belmont.
The batting title, as Matt.
Yeah. All right,
yep.
So
you heard it here.
You heard it here.
Dan says, we'll set the bar too. And,
yeah.
There we go.
Now that we're done making these stupid claims,
yeah.
Our friends at Not a Clue Podcast sent us an article with nothing about Carmelo Anthony being a Rocket, and this was posted as of, let's see, that was earlier this morning, and it's not showing anything about Carmelo Anthony to the Rockets. So for right now, he's still a Knick. The most intelligent trade, like I said, is Carmelo and a pick for Irving. I think that is by far the most interesting trade. I think that is the correct trade, and I don't think it should be too difficult to get done.
No.
Especially
the cards on the table. I mean,
especially if the Cavaliers are thinking about the future to where LeBron might not be with the team after next year, they're going to want a first-round pick.
Yeah.
So might as well try and get it from the Knicks. If Carmelo Anthony's willing to waive his no-trade clause, might as well.
Let it be.
All right. So are we done with the Carmelo Anthony talk?
I think we've covered it pretty...
Did we successfully slander Bert Steele?
I think we touched pretty good on it, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean...
This was not meant to be slander.
No.
This was just us pointing out somewhat the ridiculous nature of what he was claiming.
And we like to have fun too on the show, and we kind of set our own standard.
Oh, of course.
Yep.
Speaking of basketball, we're going to move on now. To one of our newer segments. Last week was the first time that we had brought this up.
And you once again heard it here first.
And you're hearing it here first.
Again.
Lonzo Ball 2017-2018 NBA MVP Watch Update. All right.
Boom.
An update on the 2017-2018 NBA MVP Watch. Every MVP needs an MVC. And that's the most valuable car.
Agreed.
Lonzo Ball got his. He showed up to his brother's basketball game in a brand new Rolls-Royce convertible. The MVP of cars.
Excellent.
All right. That right there is your Dan D'Antoni Sports Lonzo Ball 2017-2018 NBA MVP Watch Update. What a car.
I mean, there's a guy too. I mean, make a statement.
We're telling you, he's going to be a 2017-2018 NBA MVP.
Should be interesting.
That is a fact. Inside sources have told me.
Oh, man. The same one?
Yeah, pretty much. All right. for those of you listening, you guys know that college football is basically the blood pumping through my veins.
Yeah.